Hi, welcome back to the Adventures of the Wishing Chair. This is chapter 10 and it's called The Disappearing Island. Get comfortable and we will begin. It happened once that the children and Chinky had a most unpleasant adventure, and it was all Molly's fault. The wishing chair grew its wings one bright sunny morning, just as the three of them were planning a game of pirates. Molly saw the red wings growing from the legs of the chair and cried out in delight. "Look, the chair's off again. Let's get in and have an adventure." They all crowded into the chair, and it was off through the door and into the air. It was such fun, for the day was clear and sunny, and the children could see down for miles when they were flying high. The chair flew on, and it came to the towers and spires of fairyland. They glittered in the sun, and Peter wanted to go down and visit the prince and princess that they had once rescued. But the chair still flew on. It flew over the land of gnomes, and over the land of toadstools, and at last came to a bright blue sea. "Hello, hello," said Chinky, peering over the edge of the chair. "I've never been this far before. I don't know if we ought to fly over the sea. The chair might get tired, and what would happen to us if we all came down in the sea?" "We shan't do that," said Molly, pointing to the blue island far away in the horizon. "I think the chair is making its way for that land over there." The chair flew steadily towards it, and the children saw that the land they seen in the distance was a small and beautiful island. It was packed with beautiful flowers, and the sound of bells came faintly up from the fields and hills. "Oh, we mustn't go there," said Chinky suddenly. "That's Disappearing Island." "Well, why shouldn't we go there?" asked Molly. "Because it suddenly disappears," said Chinky. "I've heard of it before. Oh, it's a horrid place. You get there and think it's all beautiful, and then it disappears and takes you with it." "It can't be horrid," said Molly, looking down at the sunny, beautiful, flower-spread island. "Oh, Chinky, you must be mistaken. It's the most beautiful island I've ever seen. I really want to go. There are some lovely birds there too. I can hear them singing." "Oh, I tell you, Molly, it's dangerous to go there, to Disappearing Island," said Chinky. "You must believe me." "Well, you're not always right," said Molly. "I want to go there. Wishing Chair, fly down to the lovely island, please." And at once the chair began to fly downwards. Chinky glared down at Molly, but the words were already said. They couldn't unsay them now, so down they flew, down to the island. The brilliant island came closer and closer. Molly shouted in delight to see such glorious bright flowers, such shiny winged birds, and such plump little soft rabbits. The chair flew swiftly towards them. And then, just as they were about to land in a field spread with buttercups as large as poppies, among soft-eyed bunnies and singing birds, a most strange and peculiar thing happened. The island disappeared. One moment it was there, and the sun was shining on its fields, and the next moment there was just a faint blue mist. The chair flew through the mist, and then, splash, they were all in the sea. Molly and Peter were flung off the chair and into the water, while Chinky the Pixie grabbed the back of the chair and reached his hand out to the children. They clambered back on board to the chair, which was bobbing up and down in the waves. It was soaking wet. "What did I tell you?" said Chinky, getting angry. "Didn't I say it was Disappearing Island? Now, see what's happened. It's gone and disappeared, and we've fallen into the sea. Oh, what a pickle we're in. all wet and shivery, just like a girl to get us into this mess. Molly went red and embarrassed. How she wished she hadn't wanted to go to Disappearing Island. Well, I didn't know it was going to disappear so suddenly, she said. Oh, I'm very sorry. Well, there's not much good being sorry now, said Peter, squeezing the water out of his clothes. How are we supposed to get to land? As far as I can see, there's water all round us for miles. The chair's wings are wet, so it's not going to be able to fly. The three of them were indeed in a dreadful fix. It was fortunate for them that the chair was made out of wood, or they might not have anything to climb onto. They bobbed up and down across the water for some time, wondering what they should do. Suddenly, to their great surprise, a little head popped out of the sea. Hello, are you wanting help? Yes, said Chinky. Are you a merman? I am, said the little fellow. The children looked down at him, and through the green water they could see his fish-like body covered with scales from the waist down and ending in a silvery tail. Do you want me to tow you to the land? Oh, yes, please, cried out Chinky. That will cost you a piece of gold, said the merman. Oh, I haven't got any gold with me, but I will send it to you as soon as we get home, promised Chinky. The merman swam off and came back riding on a big fish. He threw a rope of seaweed around the back of the chair and shouted to Chinky to hold on to it. Then the fish set off at a great speed, towing the chair behind it with Chinky and the children safely on board. The merman rode on the fish all the way, singing a funny little water song. It was such a strange ride. I'm just going to stop there to show you a little photo, a little picture from inside the story. And you can see the merman here on the big fish, and you can see the children in the pixie riding along the water. You see? It's beautiful, doesn't it? Soon they came to land, and the children dragged the chair out of the water onto the sun-baked sand. Thank you so much, they said to the merman. We will send you the money as soon as we get home. The merman jumped on the fish again, waved his wet hand, and dived into the waves with a splash. We should probably wait till the sun's dried out the chair's wings, and we'll dry out our clothes, said Chinky. Then we can go home. I think that was the most unpleasant adventure ever. We could have been bobbing about the sea for days. Molly didn't say anything. She knew it was all her fault. They dried their clothes, and as soon as the wings of the chair were quite dry too, they sat in the chair, and then Chinky cried, Home, wishing chair, home. They flew home. Molly jumped off the chair as soon as it arrived in the playroom and ran to her money box. She tipped out all the money she had. Here you are, Chinky, she said. I'm going to pay for that fish ride myself. It was all my fault. I'm so sorry. I won't be so silly again. Do you forgive me? Oh, that's very nice of you, Molly, said Chinky, and he gave her a big hug. Of course we forgive you. We all make mistakes. All's well that ends well. We're home safe and sound. He changed Molly's money into a big gold piece and gave it to the blackbird in the garden, asking him to take it to the merman. Well, I'm so glad that's the end of that adventure, said Chinky. Well, let's hope the next one will be much, much better. And that's the end of chapter 10.